Are you a female entrepreneur of color looking to connect with other badass women like yourself to share stories of challenges and triumphs, to inspire and be inspired, and to grow together as a community? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to Money Talk with Yesica and Tori. We are financial advisors with a mission to change the face of modern wealth by helping female entrepreneurs of color find power in their money.
Hey, Yessie, happy Wednesday.
Hey girl, happy Wednesday.
We're so excited today because as a business owner, specifically for a small business, you have access to several different retirement plan options. And today, Yessie and I are going to break down the top 5 most common retirement plans for small business owners. This conversation is inspired by our blog post where we break down these 5 different plans. We also go through at what stage in your business it's best suited for, tax advantages, benefits to the employee and the employer for each plan.
We will be covering a lengthy amount of information, and there are lots of ins and outs to navigating which retirement plan makes the most sense for you and your business. So if you find yourself overwhelmed, that is totally okay. We're here to help as financial advisors. This is actually what we do. We can help provide advice, further clarification, analysis, and resources to help you set up the retirement plan that is best for your business. You can click the link in our website to schedule a consultation. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started.
Excited.
We're going to get started with number 1, and that is the most common one. It is a traditional or Roth IRA, which IRA stands for Individual Retirement Account. And this is best for those that are just starting out, right? If you're just starting your business, you left a previous employer, you're just getting started, this would probably be the best for you. And the contribution limits to this type of account is $6,500 for 2023. Keep in mind, most of the numbers that we're going to be giving you today in this podcast episode are for 2023. They are subject to change. Most years they change, so keep that in mind. But again, the contribution limit is $6,500. If you are age 50 or older, your limit is actually $7,500. Now, the tax advantages to these types of accounts is if you set up a traditional IRA, your contributions would be tax deductible, whereas your contributions to a Roth IRA would have no immediate tax deduction. But when you make withdrawals in retirement, those withdrawals then become tax-free. Now, the benefit to you as the employer is that you don't need to have employees to open this type of account. And then the benefit to your employees is, well, there's none. This type of account is just for you as the employer for your own business. Now, I know we get this question quite a bit is, hey, I just left the previous employer. I had a 401k. I was making contributions. I'm now my own employer, which, you go, girl.
Props to you.
Yeah. What do I do with that 401k? What are my options? And one of your options is a 401k rollover. This would allow for you to then take that money that you contributed to that plan and roll it over into an IRA. If it was a Roth 401k, you can roll it over to a Roth IRA. If it was a traditional 401k, you can then roll it over to a traditional IRA. If you have any questions about this, we're here to help, but we do get this often. So I'm going to pass it over to Tori, and she's going to talk about the second one.
The second retirement plan option for your business is a solo 401k. So this is best for you if you only have yourself and your spouse as employees. And we'll use myself as the business owner and Alex, my actual spouse, as my spouse and the only employee in addition to myself. To be eligible, contributions must be from self-employment income, and you can't have any full-time employees, again, other than yourself and your spouse. In a solo 401k, you can make contributions as both the employer of your business and an employee of your business. So for me, as an employee of my own business, can contribute $22,500. If you're age 50 or older, that contribution limit for 2023 is set at $30,000. If I switch from my employee hat and put on my employer of my own business hat, I have the ability to contribute an additional contribution up to 25% of my compensation, with an overall limit set at a total max of $66,000 for 2023. And special rules apply if you're a sole proprietor or a single member LLC. So let us know if that is the case if you set up a solo 401k. Tax deductions, contributions are pre-tax, so are tax deductible to the business for any employer contributions. The distributions after 59.5 would be taxable as ordinary income. For employee contributions, so in my example with me as the employer, this would be Alex as my spouse. So looking at his contributions, he can contribute up to $22,500 for 2023. Again, the limit is $30,000 if they're 50 or older. Me as the employer can contribute up to a total amount between mine and Alex's contributions of $66,000 in 2023. And again, the limit is higher if the spouse is 50 or older at $73,500. Woo, that was kind of a lot. If you have any questions at all and you and your spouse are the only two employees, a solo 401k might make sense for you. Let us know if you have questions.
Now, if you're overwhelmed at this point, that's okay. It is a lot of information, but like we said, we're here to help. Okay, so now moving on to the third one, and it is a SEP IRA. Now, this is best if you have no employees or you have just a few employees, right? You have 1-2 individuals working for you. This might be ideal for you. Now, the contribution limit to this type of account is going to be either $66,000 or up to 25% of your compensation of after-tax self-employment earnings. Again, it's one or the other. And then the tax advantages here is that you can deduct either your contributions or 25% of the net self-employment earnings of your compensation. And this is going to be whichever is less. Since your contributions were tax deductible, the withdrawals from the account, once you start withdrawing in retirement, will be taxed as ordinary income. Now, there was legislation passed in December of last year, which is last year, 2022, where now they're allowing for Roth contributions to be made to SEP IRAs, right? This wasn't allowed before, but since December 2022, now you are able to do that. Now, you as the employer will need to contribute an equal percentage of the salary for each eligible employee. And keep in mind that you are considered an employee here as well. So for example, if you were to put 10% into your SEP IRA, you will also need to contribute 10% to your employees' SEP IRAs as well. Now I'm going to pass it to Tori. The fourth one, we're almost there.
Yes, so number 4 is a simple IRA. And this is best suited for larger businesses up to 100 employees. The contribution limit here is a little bit less at $15,500 for 2023, plus a catch-up contribution of $3,500 for this year as well. The tax advantages are your contributions are tax deductible. So contributions made from the business to an employee's account are deductible as a business expense. Love that.
We'll take any we can get.
Yeah. Legislation passed in December 2022 also allows for Roth contributions to simple IRAs also. For the employee, so you will have an option of how you want to make contributions for your employees. You'll either be matching up to 3%, providing fixed contributions of 2% regardless of the employee contributing themselves.
Okay, almost there. The last one, if you made it this far, thank you for staying. And I hope this has all been really helpful to you all. The last one here is a defined benefit plan. Now, this is best if you are 1, self-employed individual, 2, with no employees, but props to you, you're a high income earner and you want to save as much as you can for retirement. This would be ideal for you. The contribution limit here is set. How it's set is this will be calculated actually based on the benefit you'll receive at retirement, your age, and the expected investment returns. So this does get a little bit more complicated. And the tax advantages here are your contributions. They are tax deductible. So same thing, right? But once you take them out, withdraw in retirement, they are taxable. If you have employees, you will need to offer this plan to them as well and make contributions on their behalf. So keep that in mind.
Okay, so we went through the 5 different retirement plans, the 5 that are most common. And one thing that we wanted to note is that there is a plan. Well, actually, first of all, there's a requirement in California to have a retirement plan available to your employers if you have 5 or more employees as of June 30th, 2022. So that was last year. You will be required to have a retirement plan in place available to your employees if you have 1 or more employees and have that plan in place by December 31st of 2025. So all of these retirement plan options are important for you to just know what's available to you and what might make the most sense for your business, because it's going to be a requirement if you have your business in California. So Cal Savers is something that is provided through the state, and it's to meet that requirement if you don't provide a retirement plan through your business. And it's a retirement savings program for Californians working in the private sector. It's made for workers whose employers do not offer their own retirement plan and was created in 2016. It operates at no taxpayer expense with a mission to ensure all Californians have a path to financial security in retirement. It's kind of complicated, so we'll probably do another full podcast on just Cal Savers and what that looks like if you are an employee that is taking advantage of Cal Savers. But the one thing that you do need to know as an employer and business owner is that you'll need to get some type of retirement plan in place to meet this requirement in California to take care of your employees as well and yourself.
Now, here are a few things to consider as you're deciding and what is the best fit for you and your business. Here are a few things to consider. One is the amount you wish to contribute. And number 2, whether you would like to make contributions for you and your spouse, right? Like Tori mentioned her situation. Number 3, whether you have employees working for you and you would like to make contributions to their retirement plans. Another thing you'd want to consider is whether you would prefer to make tax deductible contributions or take advantage of tax-free withdrawals.
Yeah, so tax-free withdrawals would imply making contributions into a Roth style account, not getting the deduction in the year that you contribute, but you take them out tax-free during your retirement. So, yeah. We made it through, Yesi.
Right, I know. I really hope you all found this information very helpful for your business. But like we said, if you have questions, that is okay. We're here to help. And we always advise that this is teamwork. When you're trying to decide which plan is best for your business, you're going to need to consult a CPA or your tax advisor and your financial advisor. With these people on the table, this is who you're going to want to sit down with and, figure out, because it does matter. Like, you have an LLC, sole proprietor? How is your business? What entity do you have? And then we can go ahead and move forward and decide which one and how many employees do you have? Are you married? Do you have your spouse? There's a lot of things that play a role into deciding. It's not just that simple. You're no longer just, okay, what's my employer offering? You are the employer, right?
Yeah.
This is the responsibility that comes with it. But again, there's tax deductions to you, to your business, to your employees. So let us know if you have any questions. You can click the link in our website, in our Instagram account, and if you want to schedule a consultation. And
yeah. One thing I did want to say is last podcast we talked about being the Jill of all trades. So with retirement planning, legacy planning, just financial planning in general, delegate that out to an advisor. And then with your CPA, delegate your accounting and tax planning and strategy out to your CPA. And so you don't have to worry about it, so that you can focus on what you enjoy doing, running your business, and, being in front of your clients or producing your goods and services that you are providing to the community. So Yeah, that's everything. Again, as Yesi said, if you have questions, let us know. Just keep an eye out for our next podcast that'll probably along the lines of how to navigate Cal Savers. Yeah. Okay. All right. Have a great rest of your day. Talk to y'all soon.
Bye.
Bye. Make sure to follow our pod and share this episode with the female entrepreneurs of color in your life. You can find us on Instagram at Yesi and Tori.
We are Victoria Sierra and Yesica Lemus, financial advisors with Cetera Investors, located at 605 East Huntington Drive, Suite 203, Monrovia, California, 91016.
The views depicted in this material are for information purposes only and are not necessarily those of Cetera Investors. They should not be considered specific advice or recommendations for any individual. Neither Cetera Investors nor any of its representatives may give legal or tax advice.
Cetera Investors is a marketing name of Cetera Investment Services. Securities and insurance products are offered through Cetera Investment Services, LLC, doing insurance business in California as CFG STC Insurance Agency, LLC. Member of FINRA, SIPC. Advisory services are offered through Cetera Investment Advisors, LLC. California Insurance License Number 0L17443, 0I34349.